Mikey Garcia came out and claimed that Errol Spence is a top 3 pound for pound, him and Terrence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao, and you can even throw Canelo Alvarez in there. So that being said, he also followed up by claiming that he had an off night when he fought Errol Spence. He think he could perform better at 147 than what he did previously, because last time he fought at 147, he did horrible. So that being said, he looking to actually show his skill and his arsenal against Jesse Vargas on his upcoming fight on DAZN, and looks the way he wants to look, then he will maintain and campaign at 147. He will not move down. He actually want to win a title at 147, which we're going to talk about. However, he also followed up by claiming that if he doesn't look good and he realizes that this ain't his weight, then he will move back down to 140 and explore his options at 140. However, that will be bad news for Mikey Garcia, because we all know Bob Arum currently has all the champions at 140, and that's Josh Taylor and of course Ramirez. So that being said, we're going to talk about all of the above that I just mentioned. So first of all, how y'all doing? And pieces and blessings upon all my Akhis and all my sisters out there. Welcome to Akhi TV. If you want to be part of the family, go ahead and subscribe below. If you're trying to get smarter by the minute, if you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't. And listen to these decafs, aka dumbass casual fans / old media. Shout out to Dante for starting the new media wave. And of course, if you're a casual fan and you want to be a hardcore, all you have to do is attend the Akhi University every Sunday live on Split Decision, and hopefully one day you will graduate. To attend the Akhi University, all you have to do is click on the notification bell to get notified every time we post to go live. So it's for free. So be my guest, subscribe, and click on the notification bell. And of course, if you ever dream about winning a debate with me on Split Decision, you better wake up and apologize on Split Decision exclusively on Akhi TV. That being said, let's get straight to the business at hand. Now, obviously, Mikey Garcia had a lot to say, and we're going to break it down every second of every single round. Now, Mikey came out claiming that he won a campaign at 147 and actually win a title at 147. However, the bad news is that the division is so packed, and it's actually the deepest division in boxing today. So it's going to be very difficult for Mikey Garcia to win a title at 147. I mean, you have the likes of Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Ugas, Jaron Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, and I could go on and on and on as far as the talent at 147, and fighters that aren't even champions. The champions are Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao, Terrence Crawford, and these are the 3 names he actually named as far as his top 3 pound for pound. So that being said, that's a tall order to win a belt at the 5th weight division of Mikey Garcia. I know it's a dream of his, but sometimes dreams are hard to come by, especially when you are reaching for greatness. So one way Mikey could make his dreams come true is by facing Manny Pacquiao. That's the easiest route. However, that fight is gonna be hard for Mikey to be able to land on it, because as he said, he's coming off a horrible performance against Errol Spence, and that's to say the least. I mean, to say the best, it was the biggest ass whipping of the year. So he knows that. And if you know better, you got to do better. Now, another route Mikey Garcia could take to land a title shot is to face Terrence Crawford. However, the elephant in the room is Bob Arum. I'm not too sure if Mikey Garcia want to do business with Bob Arum. But the bigger issue is Terrence Crawford himself. Him being pound for pound number 1 and such a dangerous opponent. A guy that beat Mikey Garcia 4 times in the amateurs, I believe. And actually a guy that Mikey Garcia told Top Rank to actually sign Terrence the Bug Crawford and co-sign Terrence as a good fighter to Top Rank. So that being said, he knows how good Terrence is. So it's one thing to dream about winning the title, but can you really win it when you are faced with that challenge? And I don't think Mikey is looking for that type of smoke, because he came out in the past claiming Terrence the Bug Crawford move around too much and he don't like his style. However, Mikey does the same thing. Mexican fans even call him the Mexican version of Floyd Money Mayweather. They call him the Floyd Mayweather of Mexico City. So to say that about pound for pound number one Terrence the Bug Crawford in order to justify why you don't want to face him is hypocritical to me, especially when you claim that Floyd Mayweather is your favorite fighter of all time. So the last option is, of course, a rematch with Errol Spence, which he claimed that it was an off night. Now, if we all being honest, Mikey Garcia convinced everybody, including a baby in his mother's stomach, that he's capable for the task. And he's a little bit better at everything Errol Spence does. As far as his speed, his power, his timing, you name it, Mikey could do it better. That's what he claimed. Then fight night, Errol Spence for the first 4 to 6 rounds, Errol Spence fought unusual. He didn't even fight the traditional way. He actually chose to box Mikey Garcia to show him that I'm not just a come forward fighter. I'm a better boxer than you. I have more skill than you do. And it was a clever move because by doing so, he showed Mikey Garcia himself and the world that he's just not a come forward aggressive fighter, and there is technique and skill to his madness. So for Mikey Garcia to say he had an off night when he got beat up from corner to corner every single second of every single round, and in return to say that was an off night, I mean, you glad that Errol Spence didn't knock you out in front of 47,000 fans. I mean, the fact that Mikey Garcia chose to survive and not to win is the reason why he won 12 rounds. So for him to say it's an off night, of course, is what you're supposed to say if you're in that position. It's obvious that Errol Spence is just a better fighter overall. I mean, the last time I recall a fight that one-sided is Mayweather versus Marquez, and that was 10, 11 years ago. I mean, Errol Spence threw more than 1,000 punches, and they claim he was out of shape against Mikey Garcia. So for Mikey to make such a statement, it's not a good look. Just do whatever you have to do. I think Errol Spence showed and proved that he's a better talent than Mikey Garcia. Doesn't mean Mikey Garcia is not a good fighter. It's just that Mikey Garcia was biting more than he could chew. I mean, it have been done in the past. Mayweather did it. Canelo Alvarez just did it against, of course, Akhi Kovalev. However, it's just to give a couple examples of fighters that were capable of moving up to weight divisions and pulling off the win. Of course, Mosley when he moved up and beat Oscar, or even Sugar Ray Leonard when he moved up and beat Hagler. So there's some examples, but like I said, Errol Spence didn't just show that he could beat Mikey because he's the bigger guy. He also showed that he had more skill, and the proof is in the pudding because he didn't beat up Mikey Garcia because he was the bigger guy. He showed that he had better skill and was actually outboxing the boxer Mikey Garcia. And y'all have to keep in mind, guys, when a guy's moving up in weight like Canelo Alvarez did against Kovalev, for example, he is the faster guy. You have some disadvantages, but you also have advantages. And that's just you the quicker guy, you the faster guy. And that's due to the obvious reason of you being the smaller guy, fighting throughout your career against faster opponents at lower weight divisions. And a perfect example of that is Pacquiao when he moved up and fought Oscar. I mean, Oscar didn't see where Pacquiao was hitting him from. He thought the referee was hitting him at one point. So you have some advantages and some disadvantages. But from round one, Mikey couldn't do a thing. I mean, Errol Spence controlled him so good that he froze him. So that being said, that's credit to Errol Spence. That's not because Mikey had an off night. So let's not make excuses when Mikey time and time again claimed that he wasn't going to make excuses. However, I do give credit to Mikey for giving courage to all these welterweights to actually step in the ring with Errol Spence. Because if Mikey fought Errol Spence, and none of these welterweights have yet, it would have been a bad look. That being said, I do give Mikey credit for that. However, I can't ignore the fact that everybody want to fight Errol Spence because he is the cash cow. I mean, he packed up Dallas Stadium, and he will pack up many more stadiums in the near future. So that being said, that's what Mikey Garcia stated. I agree with him as far as ranking Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford as top 3. I have Terrence as number 1, Errol Spence as number 3, and Manny Pacquiao is number 2 for the moment. If he chooses to face Errol Spence, then of course you have to put Manny Pacquiao in the top 3 because of his legendary career. That being said, drop your comments below what y'all think about what Mikey had to say. Of course, we'll see how he performs against Jesse Vargas, and we'll see if he should stay at 147 or move his weight back to 140 or even 135. And that's a weight where he could actually face a guy more so on his level, and that's a Lomachenko. So that being said, subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't, and listen to these decaf/O media. Shout out to Dante for starting the new media wave that I'm a part of. And shout out to Lunatoon for the funniest box of memes. I will leave his link in the description box below. So keep it a G and follow my man on IG. And follow me too at Akhi TV. So that being said, attend the Akhi University every Sunday live on Split Decision. And to attend the Akhi University, all you have to do is click on the notification bell to get notified every time we post or go live on Split Decision every Sunday. It's free to attend. All you have to do is fulfill those 2 requirements of subscribing and clicking on the notification bell. And hopefully one day you will graduate from the Akhi University and become a hardcore boxing fan. Until then, I appreciate all my Akhis, and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace, and we out.